enter this giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to this channel, and comment down below your favorite spec on the Samsung A12 with your Instagram handle in order for us to contact you if you are the winner. Then drop the same comment on the giveaway post down in Instagram and follow the account. I will link my Instagram page down below in this video, and that's pretty much it. So stick around to the end of the video to find out what the giveaway is. And with that said, let's get right into the video. Hey, JGTR here, and here is my review on the Samsung A12. The Samsung A12 was launched back in November 24, 2020, as this smartphone is meant to hit the budget level entry smartphone. The only decent spec on here would be the battery life and the cameras. The remaining spec on this list are quite disturbing. Anyway, there is something I like about the A12, and that is the design. The A12 gets a two-touch texture finish, as the texture where the Samsung's name or logo is seen has a smooth finish which is quite good to hold. The second texture has this sort of lines at the back for a good hand grip of the smartphone. And of course, you don't get any Gorilla Glass certification on this, as you get a plastic back and a plastic frame. As for the dimensions, it is 164 by 75.8 and comes in around a weight of 205 grams, which is approximately 7.23 oz, I think, which is quite heavy when holding it. So I do recommend a case and a screen guard in order for you to have a good protection of your smartphone. Few minutes with the A12, and I could already tell that Samsung didn't think or spend a lot of time on making the A12 like they normally do with other of the phones, as they did also add another spec in it which I didn't quite like. I mean, Samsung makes really good phones, but looking at the A12, it's pretty below average. I mean, I can literally compare the A12 with the likes of the Infinix Note 7 Lite. Aside the cameras, they are pretty much the same. I mean, they both have the same Helio chipset, although the Infinix does get the Helio P22 while the Samsung A12 gets the Helio P35. Real quick, there is a link down below to the Infinix Note 7 Lite video if you want to compare and see my points. Well, another slightly below average spec on the A12 would be the display. You get a 6.5-inch IPS teardrop notch display with a resolution of 720 by 1600 pixels, with a screen to body ratio of 85.8% and a PPI density of 264. It is fairly bright outdoors, no good viewing angles, and the images ain't that sharp enough, though the bezels are quite slim for the price point. If you are the type that enjoys watching movies on your smartphone, I sincerely don't recommend this, as you won't get those punchy, sharp and vibrant looking video displays on this. So, at the bottom you get a 3.5mm headphone jack, a Type-C port and a single firing speaker. At the sides you get your power button, which is also where you have your fingerprint at, and volume button at the other side. You also get two dual SIM slots and a separate slot for your micro SD card, and at the top you get a mic. Trials on it. The A12 was able to open up at an acceptable speed, so you don't need to worry about security and opening your phone fastly to use. So testing the firing solo speakers below the smartphone, here is how it holds up.
This is the volume.
Let no flesh
Opening up the settings menu, as always, Samsung keeps its software clean, with no too much settings or features being thrown at you. The A12 does get the One UI 2.5 and not the 3.0, which is a bummer. You do get Android 10, fingers crossed on getting Android 11 in future. And like all new smartphones these days, you do get dark mode, which is quite nice to use and see on the A12. As far as performance goes, you do get the MediaTek Helio P35 chipset on the A12, which is a 12nm chipset. Not the best out there. You do also get different internals on it, from 3GB RAM, 24GB RAM and 6GB RAM. And for the ROM, you do get 32GB ROM, 64GB ROM and 128GB ROM. App does take time to open up on the A12, as you can see, and The RAM management on this is decent. The Halo P35 can play PUBG and Call of Duty, so do stick around for my game review, which will be coming out next week. The A12 comes in 4 colors: black, white, blue and red. You do get Bluetooth 5.0 on it. In terms of battery, you get a 5000 mAh non-removable battery with support for fast charging, which is up to 15 watts. As always, if a phone has a good software optimization, you will get a good and longer battery life. Started the review with 76% battery life, and as you can see, it's at 71%, which is really good. It's really hard to drain the 5000 mAh on the A12. Lastly, the cameras. The A12 has a quad camera setup, which is a bit on the more quantity and less quality. The primary lens gets a 48 megapixel, a 5 megapixel ultra wide and a 2 megapixel macro lens, which is quite decent, and a 2 megapixel depth for that live focus. Moving on to the camera settings, you do get lots of mode, as you can see here. For the rear camera, you can shoot video at FHD at 30 frames per second, and for the front camera, FHD at 30 frames per second also. In terms of mode, you get live focus, photos, which they both have a 5 megapixel ultra wide angle lens. You do also get ultra wide on the video mode, and in more you get food mode, macro mode and panorama, and also pro mode.
France.
Up to like 15 minutes and 10 minutes.
15 minutes or 15 seconds.
So let's talk about the pictures. First up, the A12 did well in this shot. The dynamic range is good and the color reproduction came out great. Detailing is acceptable. Moving on to the ultra wide shot, the detailing is good, color reproduction is perfect, and dynamic range is acceptable. Though sharpness is off a bit, switching over to the normal lens, its detailing and sharpness are good. It did a good job in blurring the background. I felt it struggled with getting the clouds right, like this picture. Despite the blur, it did try to get the clouds right. For the selfie cam, the A12 tried with the dynamic range and the color reproduction. So here are some more shots. So, with all I've said, the A12 is still a good buy, though I won't recommend it for gaming. Don't get me wrong, it can game, but you won't enjoy that feeling of pleasure when gaming on the A12. The A12, like I said, can be compared with the Infinix Note 7 Lite. Only difference would be the cameras, the chipset, as the A12 has the Halo P35 and the Infinix comes with the Halo P22. And also the charging ports are quite different. Aside that, the phone are simply identical. So that's all the time I have on this video, and as for the giveaway, I will be giving away an Oraimo earpiece to the winner of this giveaway. As you can see, the Oraimo earpiece does have a single button control, HD sound, pure bass and comfortable hair tips, and the earpiece is mainly focused on the bass aspect. So if you are interested in this kind of earpiece, well, this is your chance to win one. So all you need to do is like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and also share this video to the winners, and I will select the winner in my next video. And also, if I can't get this earpiece to you, I'll actually send you the amount the earpiece is worth for you to actually get one of these. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. For then, peace.